This is how currently the stock market gets beaten up. Since a couple of days, there is some kind of panic. Now, there's two important keywords that I used here. It's for one, coronavirus, and for the second part, it's the stock market crash. Now, what they have in common and what you really should be looking for and be scared of, all about it here in this vlog.
Wolf of Dubai.
So we just recorded, since day before yesterday, the worst day since October. Now this gives us two big ideas. First of all, we are in a freaking bull market that a couple of percentage loss is giving us the worst day since 3 months. This is really ridiculous, and maybe you follow this channel. If no, then maybe you should consider to subscribe. But if you are here for a longer period of time, then maybe you know that I'm more on the optimistic side. I'm not a crash guru, and therefore this vlog will be definitely showing you the risks, but also how we stand over this bad coronavirus headlines. Now, first of all, the coronavirus is something to be taken very seriously because it's a very contagious virus out there coming from China to the world. And actually the virus can get, for example, if we compare it to SARS, which was another big virus, if you compare it to SARS, then the virus is very contagious or more contagious, but the mortality rate is less than that. So you see that there's some very positive things out there, but still there's some security measures out there that hopefully will contain this coronavirus out there. The coronavirus, the name of the virus comes from corona, which is translated from Greek, and in plain English it's called like a crown, because the viruses are actually under the microscope looked like a crown, and that's why if anybody I will ask you, you know this fact then and can answer. Now, what does it has to do with the stock market? Now, obviously this kind of political and economical things are pushing on the stock market, and the stock market, since the trade deal didn't had much negativity out there, the earnings were great. So this is the very first thing after the trade war that is really impacting the stock market. And obviously people, after so much gain on the stock market, getting a little bit the chips off the table and staying on the sidelines. You know, we see like safe havens of stocks going a little bit up, more traditional companies, but you know, this kind of growth companies or companies that grow very much, like Tesla saw on Monday a very dip under 3% even, and then went back a little bit up. On Tuesday we saw that the market opened friendlier, but overall we have seen that this definitely hit the market, because in the end it costing the economy billions of dollars of money that this coronavirus need to be beaten and contained in a safe environment and brought under control. We have seen this virus breaking out in Europe, US, China, Asia. So everywhere it's spreading, and we see everywhere new cases. Unfortunately, over 4,500 people was already diagnosed for this virus, and unfortunately hundreds or more people died already. Now let's have a look how the market actually reacted the last couple of days. Now, if we are looking into S&P at the 3 months, then you will see here since October we had a couple of really good months until about end of January, and then you know, you see the dip here. The dip actually, if we just looking more in detail, started here around the 21st January, and so we hear about 21st 22nd January, and then we had here from the 22nd of January until today, or let's say the Monday was very bad when the stock market opened, but then it recovered a bit on Monday. So actually we see a little bit of recovery, but still, if we are looking into the 3 months chart, then you see that this is already a good dip into the market. And obviously, if this is something more serious to take, then we should definitely look into it very, very close how it develops. But you know, as you know, the wolf, I see a very bright future in terms of stock market, because you know the monetary policies are just so great. Now, if this virus health-wise is contained, I think we can easily go to new all-time highs. We've seen Davos, a lot of billionaires and big investors said, you know, Goldman Sachs people, Morgan Stanley, they said, hey, this will go further and further, so there's no clouds on the horizon for this bull market as of this point. And now we will look into the big earnings in the next couple of days, which the highlights I definitely will post here on this channel, so make sure to subscribe and like this video. Now, of course, we need to look back in history. What happened when other big health crises were out there? What happened with stocks and how they developed? And therefore, I researched all these different viruses, and this is a short graphic that I found, which is very interesting, because it's showing all the different important health crises that we had over the last couple of years. So for example, if we are looking into the last one, which was like Ebola, the stock market gained actually 10% in the 6 months after the diagnosis. And then if we are looking, you know, Ebola, it gained. All the other big health crises, actually the stock market keep on rising. Even SARS or the swine flu, cholera, so MERS, Ebola, all these big crises, still the market went up on the 12 months view on the market. Just there was 2 years when it was negative. It was for Ebola as well as AIDS or HIV. Now, if you can look in this 12 months though, you have to consider that, you know, the health crisis obviously is an impact on the stock market, but you can't really say that this is the only reason why the stock market is going down because of this viruses, because in the end the stock market has millions of different factors like politics, the earnings, the economic state, slowdown or maybe upturn of economy, and so many things are giving the factors when the market is considering this kind of prices going up and down. Now we talked about the virus, how important this is for the economy. We also talked about the history of health crises, but in the end you came to this video to know what I should do, and this is what we talk about into the conclusion. If you are asking me, of course, this health crisis is very serious. Now, putting this to the point, I think there is less and less currently economical and political things that shake up the market to the negative. Therefore, I believe this opportunity or this situation is really an interesting time to load up some more stocks. Now, we have seen the stock, especially on Monday, went first down, and then towards the end of the day, it went up. Now, on Tuesday, we have seen that the market went into the positive because strong earnings and the people, you know, trusting the health authorities around the world to keep it safe. We have seen a lot of measures. Also, very important, and this is a point that I didn't saw any other one talking about. Since we have a trade deal with China which restrict so much economic connection with China, and also product wise, the US is more separate or more farther away from China, and that's obviously in this situation quite positive. You know, if you are having less Chinese product, less Chinese services coming into the country, moreover you have all the around the world now, they're scanning the airports for people who might be infected, putting to the side, putting in quarantine. So this is something very, very good measures taken around the world. So actually coming to the main part of the title, I don't think we will have a stock market crash. This is for number one. I think the coronavirus will be contained at some point, and as farther the technology goes, as sooner we are covered for such crises. And for third, I think the bull ride will move on. So make sure to, if you're having some cash on and see some opportunities, then use this dip, use this opportunity to load up stocks, because I think we are just getting warmed up with this monetary policies, with good earnings. We can have another quarter of new all-time highs on your favorite stocks, on your favorite YouTube channel. So therefore, make sure to stay tuned over the next couple of days, because I'm vlogging every single day.